Hello everybody, welcome to the doghouse tutorial for SB737's Awesome World. I fixed my OBS so that this will be the last post-commentary video, and now I'm recording in 1080p because this video is in 720p, I think, apparently. The snow golem is here. Mason's doing that in tutorial as I speak. Well, not literally, because this is post-com. I'm here, of course, to show that this has been updated, and it is definitely correct now. So it's the first leaf, the biggest one's actually even on each side now, so just make sure you do that correctly. I did tell you to do that in the last episode because obviously I built it too high, but I fixed it, and yeah, so hopefully it wasn't too bad of a watch. So yeah, that is how it's supposed to be, just like that. The rest of them are the same, so that's pretty good. So today we're going to be building the dog house as well as the dirt house that goes like over next to the sawmill area, and some terrain that goes like right in front of the dog house. So let's get started on the dirt house because that's probably the easiest thing, but I will show you where this path goes. So obviously where we had the bridge, you want to make sure that like this other bridge lines up with what the path is there, so where the snow golem is and all that. Then you have one block before the intersection, and then you have one. It's going to be like 6 blocks next to that, so as I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it's obviously 6 by 2, so make sure you connect that all up, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's where the doghouse is going to go. It's like that. So obviously you'll know if you've watched the Frozen Factory tutorial before doing it that it should all line up correctly, and of course just if you've done what we did, just turn this area into grass and you should be good to go, because I think Mason had the tick speed down, so that got a little bit annoying to do at one point, I remember. So as for the digging of this, just make sure you have around 5 blocks of clearance after the path there, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 blocks, and then bring it down to here where this coordinate is right where I'm standing right now. That should be pretty good. And then just the rest of it, just clear it down by like 3 blocks or 4 blocks even past the Frozen Factory. Just make sure that's all good and accuracy good. This cave here, that will get sorted out in a future episode, but just bring it all down to here where I was standing there. Okay, so let's get started on the dirt house. This is probably going to be quite easy because there's not really that much. So the way I usually do things is I search for things like using the search menu, because I don't like how the bedrock menus are laid out. So I'm just going to tell you that now for a fact, just so then whenever I do search for things, it's not too jarring. So of course I'm going to go down and pick blocks of dirt because it's probably easier just than searching for it, as well as some snow because there is some on the outside. And then here where we have this section of 4 in front of me, you can probably count that obviously from where I am, 1, 2, 3, 4. The double door is going to line up with that, so it's going to go on the 3rd one from the left hand one, so like there. And then there's going to be like a 2 by 2 door, so just make sure that you have enough room to fit like a double door in there, so like that. Then mine out the bottom blocks because there's going to be doors in there. Whenever I do them, I guess I will. I think, yeah, I do them now. So they're oak doors. Yes. Well, I'm just having a hard time looking for them, I guess. So yeah, 2 oak doors like that. And then the house dimensions are pretty much like the same on each side, except like, so you'll see how I mean. So this side's going to be like 1, 2, 3, like that. So it's going to be 4 blocks. Make sure you do like diagonally away there. So don't do it like straight, as a straight like wall kind of thing. These blocks here where the windows are going to be grass, but obviously random tick speeds on, so I had to do those. And then we're going to get out some glass panes. No, sorry, glass blocks. I thought it was panes for a second. So we place 2 glass blocks in the middle like that. So the house is like 4 by 4, but the inside footprint is 4 by 4 because the outside walls obviously go on like a diagonal. So as you can see here, obviously I do just the 4 to mark it out. I'll knock those out in a second to do the actual windows. So pretty basic stuff. And then the same with the roof. It's basically just like a big cube in a way. And as you can see, I messed up placing the block, but hey ho, that's okay. And then the ceiling is of course going to be dirt, but of course we're going to have to put some snow on top of it because, well, we're in a snow biome, and even though it technically shouldn't snow and doesn't snow, SB still wanted to put snow on top of things to go with the feeling. To be fair, I see why he wanted to do that. So obviously when you do the roof, as you just saw, do it like diagonally up, so it's not like a straight cube, I guess. It's literally just a regular dirt house. And then of course there should be like a 4 by 4 platform on top of where the roof is to put the snow on. And that's the outside of it. So the inside is literally pretty simple. There's like 5 things in here. So we just knock out the snow, which is a kind of self-explanatory thing to do. And then, yeah, I think I grab out torches next, if I remember. It's been a while since I've actually, like, done... it's been a while since the actual tutorial was recorded. But, of course, I'm doing post-commentary because of my own faults, I guess. But it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, so there's torches. And they just go, like, the back and the front on the inside. So don't place them, like, the sides. So make sure that when you're on the back wall, you're placing them on the left and on the right of the window, if that makes sense. Then we're going to get a magenta bed. Pop that down in the right hand corner of the back wall. And then I believe there's like a chest on the left, if I remember correctly. Yes, it looks like, I think there is. Oh no, there's a crafting table. That's gonna go. Oh, I get everything else. So there's a crafting table and a chest. So yeah, the crafting table goes on the left hand side where the bed would be, but on the left. There's a chest that faces it faces, so when you walk in, you've got like the handle on the left straight, like where you're walking in. And then I believe it was a furnace. Yeah, so just a regular furnace. And you're going to pop that down, just literally, so it's kind of facing where the chest is, like the furnace, little, what do you call it, the coal section would be on like the right hand side, I guess, like the input. The front of it. I don't know why I'm making it complicated. But yeah, that's literally the inside and the house in general. So I'm going to do some terrain, because we have some terrain that we need to do out front of the doghouse. And it's pretty damn simple. It's nothing major. So it'll all connect up, and there'll be a bit of a cursed portal pathway that I do. But trust, it's not that bad. I remember doing it, and it's literally just rows. So we have this, obviously, where I'm kind of looking. This is like the first row. We're going to have... where is it? Let's see. I think... Okay, we knock out that stone there. And then I guess 2 blocks below that we're going to have 1 grass... And then how many is it to the right? I think it's like 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 4 grass in total. Then we'll just fill that in because, yeah, no. And I think I grabbed stone, just fill it in there because I don't know why there was a missing block there. But hey ho, it happens. And then next to this we have, I think it's 2 grass, if I remember correctly. 3, sorry. So then obviously you make that a layer lower. So you've got like a 3 block tall gap like between the top layer and the bottom one. Actually, and then I knock that end one out, and then that one as well, to kind of make like a little diagonal section. I don't know how to explain this in post commentary, but I hope it's not too bad. Just kind of make it so it's like a staircase looking formation, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So then next layer we're gonna have 2 going up next to the first one, of like the one that goes down a bit more. And then just basically fill that all the way up. So it's like 2 blocks high is what I'm trying to say. And then the next layer next to this, we're going to have 2 blocks on, like, just, you don't have to fill anything in because it's obviously on the ground level near enough. Like, you just build one up. And then just basically do something like that. And then this layer is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snow, 5 grass, and then you can put snow on top of that. And I believe the layer below that is literally just 5 grass with snow on top as well. But I'm going to put snow on top of this as well because it kind of makes sense too. And then let's see. So yeah, this is basically 4. 5. I thought it was 4 because I stopped there. But yeah, 5 snow, 5 grass with snow on top. And then I kind of move on to the right hand side because, well, there's actually a few changes. But because of the seed that Mason was using, he didn't actually have any trees here. So I decided, well, why not kind of make a start on getting that in. So I got some spruce log and spruce leaves. And then I kind of made preparations for chopping out what else I kind of needed to chop out. So it's kind of... I think I remember having a few issues with obviously trying to line it all up, but I realized that there was a little bit just chopped out, which I did. So I followed the coastline along. So we have this like section here where it's like the 2 going up, and then it's like a flat section here going along. This stuff doesn't really change, but I think it's the layer above where the actual tree goes that's a little bit different. I don't know why I broke that there. I think, oh no, because it's 2 and then 2. I remember now, actually. This does change it a little bit because he knocks a couple of blocks there. I think he knocks about 4 off. 3, 4. Yeah, he knocks 4 off. And then you'll have down here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will go into like where that sand section is. And obviously just place a lot of snow on top, because a lot of the stuff that we're going to see on top of that hill will be like the 2021 sign, just general things like that. So obviously that's why I'm just trying to get everything in place, and these trees which I noticed that weren't there, I thought why not just do them. I was just making sure that snow was fine, I think. And then, yeah, so put snow on top of here because this is going to be like near where one of the trees go. I would say fill it in just back to around like the third layer up, so where I'm kind of going back to now. Just make sure it's roughly intact to there. And I know this kind of section is boring, I'm just trying to explain this as best I can with obviously not doing this live. But yeah, so then the two trees, they're pretty simple to do, but like it's kind of a pain because spruce trees, you have to like build them around, and yeah. So the first tree, I believe, goes on the, okay, so we've got that section of 4, it's on the third one. So you should see like in the water, there's like a bit of sand that I guess you could line it up with, that's like a diagonal away. And then there's one, well, you do on the second log, this is where the leaf starts. So you do one log, which is empty, then the second log, you build basically like 2 around on each side of that log, and then cut the corners off, basically how every spruce tree in the game is mostly, at least. All these weird ones at least. And then the logs, just build them up 4 more from what you already had, and then just put spruce leaves around that log in the second layer of it, like 1 up, and then we're going to basically repeat that pattern again. I think this is what takes the longest about spruce trees though, because the pattern's just like, you know, you don't want to misclick any blocks. And then of course you've got another one of those like plus symbols, and then this layer comes up 1 more. So there's 3 of these big sticky outy layers, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then up above that, there's going to be a, I think it's like, there's going to be like the 1 block sticking out on like each side. So 1 in every corner of the tree. Obviously, yeah, put snow on top of this layer because this layer is going to be exposed. And of course, yeah, do that 1 block in front of the log, then put the log going up. Then the log like goes into these kind of this leaf section here. But I realized that I put snow on top of these when it doesn't actually want to be, which I should have known not to do that, but hey ho, it happens. And then there's going to be a leaf on top of that log to obviously hide it up a little bit more. But yeah, that's basically how the top's supposed to look. And then there's another tree which goes to the right of that, and I think it's on that second layer where it kind of like goes into like the diagonals. It's a bit past that, I think. So yeah, it goes, let's see, just trying to look. So we've got this section here of like 3, it looks like. Then where it goes into like the 2 section there. And I believe it's on that section of 3. So yeah, it was. So on the first block of that section of 3, we're going to have 2 leaves this time that don't have any leaves. 2 logs even. I don't know if I said leaves or. And then this one's weird because it sticks out by 3. 3 on each side, and then just make sure you just cut 1 corner off. So it's not like we're going to cut like 2 in like a diagonal. We're just going to cut 1 off as if it was the same type of tree, but just with like a bigger base. And these trees, these base trees are annoying. Yeah, they're not fun. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm sticking it out 3, and then of course you just got 1 corner that you're cutting off of it, which is easy enough to do. And then this layer we can put snow on, because there's not going to be a single layer of this tree that goes out any further, and I think I messed up the snow on like that one, so that's why I fixed it. So of course you can basically just stick some snow on that, and then this next layer is going to be easy because we're basically following the outline that we've already made with the snow, so quite easy indeed. So yeah, the next layer, I think it is definitely a small one. I think it has 2 of these bigger sections. So we've got obviously leaves going around, just 4 leaves around the log. Then there's going to be 1 more of these sections. Obviously, just stick it out by 2. Don't do it as big as the base, otherwise I wouldn't have put the snow on top of it. And then yeah, just do it like that. And then the next layer up, I think I can put snow on top of this before I do the next layer, because this is near enough the top. And I think, yeah, I messed up the snow there, and I also missed 1. I'm realizing, yep, I messed up that, but I fixed it. And then I need to put that 1 up in the corner. You can probably see it there on the right hand side. I guess I do. I'll notice that when I do the leaves anyway. Okay, so that's when, yeah, I fixed that up. I thought it kind of messed up, I guess, I don't know. We place 4 leaves there, and there'll be a log in the middle of them, so those leaves will be like around that log. And then place 1 log on top, and then instead of the log going into these leaves like that, it just caps off with like a plus sign. It's really hard to tell which top is which with some trees, especially if you're not looking at like a world, but that's how the trees should look, as you can see there. And then it's doghouse time, which is pretty simple. It's not like a hard build at all, but I remember, yeah, I do start turning this all into grass because, of course, like, it does bug me a little bit how it's just all dirt, and I don't know, I don't like working like that. I just feel a bit improper, or improper, whatever the word is. Sorry if you hear like any adjusting noises in the background. It's because I'm doing this through my iPad. I'm holding my iPad to obviously do this as still as I can, so sometimes like my arms get tired, so I move my position around. So apologies if there is anything. It's, you know, it'll be the last time you have to deal with post commentary, because I fixed everything on my OBS. So yeah, just fill this in with grass. I guess I'll explain. So my OBS was recording in 720p, so this video may be in that quality as well. I'm not 100% sure. And then also on top of that, I had the microphone. I forgot to put the input settings to be on my microphone, so that's why I'm having to do post commentary, which it's fine. I just forgot to when I had to reset my OBS. But I have now fixed it all. So if I ever do get to do another tutorial, everything will be up and running in the proper quality that it should be, and yeah, there should be no reason why it wouldn't be. So yeah, we're nearly done just destroying all of this dirt. Once I obviously have finished that, I will put the grass on top of that, and we can actually get to work on the doghouse. I always like to, I just decided I'm just not going to do that, because I don't know if that snow was snow that Mason put down. I just thought it's just going to be a lot of effort to mess around with all that area. I think I do initially at the end of the video, but I'm not too sure, so I'm not going to say anything that's misleading, because I'm not too sure myself until I get to that point in the edit. So yeah, of course, I think, yeah, actually I just contradicted myself, because right now I'm going for it and doing it. So just right down to where obviously this gets cut off. Again, just fill it with grass. I didn't want to cut this out, because obviously if you guys are like using no tick speed, then you guys can kind of see like from where we've cut it down to what, obviously you can see what needs like changing into grass and stuff, and I guess you can probably pick it up anyway, but it's just makes things a bit easier, I guess, for people if they want to follow it like that. Okay, so now I do the doghouse. Now from what I can remember, it's 7 by 10. I think I paused here because I was initially just checking what I'd need, because of course we need, oh no, that was why, because I mark out where the cursed portal pathway goes. So on the second block up, like in line with like the actual main path that we brought out before doing the doghouse one, this is where the cursed portal goes. We're going to mine out like 3 blocks. So this is one, and we're going to do 2 upwards. And then I think I just search for everything, because it's just, as I say, easier. So I get out these, I think I was, what did I grab out? I'll know when I see it. I wasn't really looking. I grab out cobblestone, because I know I need that, and also stone. I think it was gravel. I grabbed that actually before. Yeah, it was. I can see it there, just in my, I didn't think about looking at that. So we're going to have gravel, so gravel, cobblestone, and then stone. And that's all I'm going to do about the cursed portal path, because there's going to be more of an in-depth tutorial on that when we get to it. And then, yeah, the doghouse. So we're going to need some wool, which I think I just initially typed wool and then grab out what I need, if I remember. Yeah, so we're going to need red wool and black wool. And I think I grab out white wool, because I might need that. Yeah, we'll need that, actually. No, I don't grab it out yet. But I also grab out glass, because we're going to get glass blocks, just regular coloured glass blocks. And then we're going to put 3 on each side of where this doorway is going to be. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, it's like, I think it's 1 block away from the frozen factory. Then in the middle of those, no, 2 blocks. In the middle of those 3 blocks of the doghouse, we're going to put a window on the 2nd block level. And then this is where the side comes in, and I think I said it's 10, but I will obviously be able to verify now. I think I was just counting in the actual video at this point, just to be sure. So yeah, we have, so that's already one right there. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 10, just obviously. I know I'm counting fast, but I know my usual speed. And then we're going to bring black wool on top of this. There's no windows on the sides, but the black wool extends out by 1 on the front and the back. So if you want to be hyper-technical, I guess you could say it's 12 blocks. But of course, the actual main structure, I wouldn't really count with a roof. The roof's kind of its own separate thing. And then the back is going to have its own windows, but I'm just going to, so there's going to be 3 in the middle and then 1 above that, if that makes sense. So kind of just do it the way I've done it. So 3 in the middle, 1 above to make like a little triangle. And then the ceiling is just going to kind of come 1 block above that. So as you can see, I've made that sort of shape there. So like that. And then just connect up the sides the way I've kind of done it there. I'm going to reorientate myself again, just so it's easier for me to work. Okay, and then the roof is just going to come above that, as you can see there. And I think I do end up sticking it out 1. But in a second, guys, as you'll see, I do like lag out of the game. But yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, there's going to be obviously red wool, glass, and then red wool. So it's kind of like in a little pattern almost to kind of connect up to that. And then I bring out the ceiling by one, and then this is where I have the issues with the connectivity. But of course, you can pretty much imagine what I do, just bring out the roof the same way as I guess you would usually do it. And then, yeah, that's where I disconnected. And then at that point, of course, I just fixed the roof back up, got it back to where it was at before. And yeah, so initially during that time, I helped Mason fill in the roof of the Frozen factory. I kind of just did a few odd jobs around whilst obviously I was getting back into the game. So that was all well and good, I guess. So just fill in the ceiling as you can see me doing. So the top's going to be just 3 blocks wide. It's not going to come up to like a full point, which I kind of like it, you know. I think if it came up to a full point, it might look a bit too tall, but I think it was a good design choice. So yeah, that's the roof done. Now we can kind of move on to doing the inside, which the inside is easy. But actually, first of all, I keep on missing a step always, don't I? I always do this in post-commentary. I always forget the fact that I put snow on top of things because that's just SP culture. And you know what? I may as well say I'm very surprised I don't forget when I'm actually recording these things as well, because, like, it's kind of one of those things where you would just fly into the radar if you're not really paying attention. So at least past me is paying a lot more attention than I am now. But of course, I'm paying enough attention to obviously commentate what I'm doing. So I guess it's a bit of a mismatch. I'm more in the here and now than I am in the future. So yeah, trying to predict that is always fun. So yeah, we're going to get some white wool, and the floor in here, I was going to say ceiling, the floor in here, I think I dropped my controller or something at that point because I just placed a wool in there. So grab out your white wool, and then you're going to obviously place that in the floor. But in fact, I was smart because I was like, nope, I ain't going to deal with it. So I went and did my /fill command, which made its life a lot easier, I think. Of course, you just fill it in with white wool or whatever. It is technically by whatever version or update you're in. I think in Bedrock, they updated all the IDs, and I didn't realize at the time. So I was messing around being like, what? And then, yeah. But I realized it was wool, white wool. Because you used to have to do like wool 1 or wool 0. But yeah, so there's going to be a birch door which you place that from the outside and it faces to the left. And then we're going to have some, I think there's torches in here if I remember correctly, which I do. Because of course, yeah, that makes sense. So torches, they go on the, I think I count, but I'll count with myself because I'm pretty good at knowing what I'm doing, I guess. So we're going to have torches that go 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th one's from the back. So if you're facing where that big window is, go to the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then, of course, on each side, there'd be, if you're going from the front, it would technically be on the 5th one, if that makes sense. Okay. So we're going to grab out some, I misspelled, some cyan wool. And then there's also going to be some slabs, I believe, yeah, they're smooth stone slabs. And then we're going to place a couch that's going to be 5 blocks long, with obviously 1 sticking out on each end, with 3 smooth stone slabs in the middle, or stone slabs. I always forget because I just don't pay attention to what they're called. And then the stairs, we're going to break out 4 blocks. There should be 1 on each gap of like the sofa. So of course you do that on both sides because the stairs are symmetrical, I guess. And then yeah, so I inevitably do the ones that go down, and I think I remember just trying to double check and make sure that I was going to do them to the right level because I didn't want to screw it up. So any gaps is just me double checking. I'm kind of like that, I guess. So then we dig that down, of course, like just so you dig it down, so there's like just dig the stairs down so there's as many stairs as there are as blocks that there are on that gap, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does make sense, but hey ho. And then of course you're going to fill all these sections in with white wool, including this side, which is red wool instead of white wool, which makes sense. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. That's my brother. I can probably cut it out, but it's fine. So yeah, fill that in like that. And I guess with that being said, we can get to work on the main room. So you're basically just going to connect it up with the other staircase, which we will add. So it's like a 3-block section here. That's where the hopper goes for the dog chews, the thingy machiny. And then of course, as you can see, I'm lining this up with where the other staircase will go, which is exactly the same, just symmetry wise, it's there. Then, oh, I broke the wrong block. He loves it. Red wool going the whole way down. Literally just for the sake of symmetry. It's easy enough to do. And then we're going to connect this down like that. I keep on repeating myself because I'm just trying to see, like, if there's anything new I can really mention. But hey-ho, there will be now, because I figure out the actual room lengths and stuff itself. And it is going to get a little bit dark. I just want to clarify that. And I think it was like 7 or 8, if I remember. But I'll obviously know when I see myself digging it, because I think I was just verifying the lengths, because obviously the back is kind of weird because there's this like little stack of carpets next to this treadmill, so I think I was trying to make sure that I wasn't miscalculating it at any point, because I want to make sure that everything that I do here is accurate. I don't want to be making little sloppy mistakes like that, you know, because that just never works well for me anyway. So yeah, there's going to be that block. Then we're going to bring this down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be 9. And I want to apologize. Sorry about my task manager being open. I think when I was trying to make sure my bedrock didn't close, I did F11. And I think I forgot to turn it back on. But that is fine. You can still basically see everything and probably more. But hey-ho, it's okay. Then we're just going to obviously dig out everything to the ceiling, and you're probably going to see that there's dirt up there, or grass even. Relax, because that is all going to be white wool with snow on top, so it's not going to make any major difference, do not worry. It will be okay. Okay, so then we're going to set the walls here. I think I do where the torches go, because obviously this place is deadly dark at the back, which is never fun. So we have, let's see, I'm just waiting for my little cue when I know I'm counting. Oh, I actually placed some blocks there. Oh, fun. So 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5th block from like the first white wall there, like obviously. So you'll see here, I like kind of line it up. I guess you can probably tell from like the patches they're on. I'm just like obviously trying to, okay, so then obviously we have torches on the left and the right of those 3. And then we basically fill it in. And as you can see, this is the 5th block that I'm going across with the floor, and that's where the torch lines up with. So I guess that's weatherproof. And also there's going to be 4 on the other side of the torch going to the back, which is easy enough, I guess. Okay. So then going back here, we have just filling in all the walls. The ceiling, as I said, even though there's going to be grass up there, it won't be like that bad, because there's literally just going to be snow on top when we put the white wool in, which I'll do at the end of the video. Because this room really doesn't have that much in it. I thought it was going to be a lot more, not difficult because it's a doghouse, but I thought it was going to be a lot more packed in. But no, it's really not. It's quite wholesome down here. So yeah, at least the walls are nearly done. Sorry about that voice overcut. Just people trying to get my attention, as always. So yeah, we're going to have the white wool there. And as you can see from my demonstration, this does cut up to the grass, but as I said, it's not a big concern. We will sort that all out. And in fact, you can probably just put snow layers on top. You guys probably know what to do, even if I didn't explain, because it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so then we're going to do I think I do the treadmill, if I remember correctly, which is pretty much as straightforward as it can get. It's not consisting of that many blocks. It's not anything technical with redstone. It's literally just I don't know, like a little what do you call those things? Like, they don't really work, but they're just there, like a detail, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of nice, I guess. So I don't really know what I'm stalling for in the video, but I think I was just making sure things are good. Yeah, because I do this. So that's going to be white wool in there in the top one, and then we're going to grab out I think I grab out I don't know why, a dropper. I think there's like going to be a dropper there, and then I know I grab out like a I think it's like a stone button I do. I think I was just making sure that it was a dropper, because I remember when I was recording this, I couldn't tell if it was a dispenser or a dropper because of the button. And then we're going to have a hopper that faces down into that, like so. It's pretty simple to do. And then, yeah, I grab out a button, which is just a regular button because, oh no, an oak button. I crouched and it still didn't let me, I think. That was weird. So yeah, an oak button there. I was under the impression it was a stone one, but my bad. I guess I shouldn't assume. Okay, then the next droppers we're going to do are going to be on the walls, which ain't too bad because that's literally just pretty simple. So I don't know what I'm trying to get out, but yeah. Oh, I grab out chest because I know there's a chest down there, below the thing. And then 1 block away from the torches on each side, so closest to the stairs, we're going to grab back out a dropper. This one is a dropper again. And I think I realised I can just pick block it because it's there, it's a dropper. And then place that in, and then of course do it on the other side. So going like to the 3rd one from the stairs, I guess. And then put the buttons on top of them like that. Pretty easy. Okay. And then I think I grab out signs because I start labeling them, but I know for a fact that I had to break something on Mason's World. Like, I think I patched it up because I couldn't see the sign. But I think one of them says pork chops and then bones, which kind of makes enough sense, I guess. So, if I sound like I've lost my voice, yeah, I had to cut and I had to shout, so yeah, my bad. Okay. So, on this side, we're going to have the, I don't know what that was. Oh, rotten flesh, like that. So capital R, capital F. And then I think on the other side it is pork chops. Yeah, it would be. So, obviously, capital P for pork and then capital C for chops. And if I remember correctly, he, like, spreads them apart. So it's like pork chops, I think. Yeah. I'm doing that sign now. Pork chops. Oh, if I can type. Yep, there we go. Pork chops, like that. Okay. And then we're literally just got to do the back with a treadmill, and I think I did the carpets first. It's like on the left-hand side, I'm pointing as if you can see, on the left-hand side there's like 2 carpets just like stacked up in the corner, how you can place like carpets on top. I guess I get to that. Yeah, carpet, I grabbed that out. Carpet like that. Don't know what I'm stalling for, but I will. Okay. So, literally, all we have to do is the treadmill, and I think I messed up with the menus there, which is fun. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, 2 carpets in the corner like that. Pretty easy stuff. And then this is where I start to knock out for the floor and prepare for the treadmill. So 1, 2, 3 blocks there, and I think it's 4. No, it's 3. It's 3. 3 by 3. And I know we do quartz on each side, and I think it's like black wall in the middle. Which we will see. So yeah, quartz, as I'm getting out now. Block of quartz, just regular quartz. I'm placing the wrong thing. 3 quartz like that, and then it's black wall up in the middle, but obviously first do like a pillar of 3 in the back, just because that's kind of where like the little machine would be, like kind of powers it, I guess, and like just the whole thing. Oh yeah, there's glowstone, and then it's black carpet. My bad, yes. Make sure you do that. So 2 black carpets on top of the glowstones. And then I think we have 2 levers on each side of that 2 block, like, pillar in the middle. And then also stained glass. Not stained glass, just regular glass panes on the on top of the quartz. So yeah, lever there. And then glass panes, yeah, there we go. I placed the 3rd one in, so that's good. And 3 glass panes like that. And then that is literally the doghouse, apart from all the snow details on the top of it. Which, they are pretty simple. You just gotta make sure you don't double stack them, because they are annoying sometimes to not double stack, I notice. But yeah, so I guess we can come out of here. So I'm not going to tame any of the dogs, because the dogs, it's not my world, it's Mason's world. So I'm sure in like a tutorial or something, he will pop in here and show the dogs and like the names in the dropper if he wants to do that, just to kind of show how many dogs there are and that sort of thing. So yeah, we're going to put snow, obviously, all around this thing, as I've been alluding to this whole time. Yeah, obviously I put some. I put some on top of all this. I think I thought it was like dirt for a sec or something. I think I was tripping, probably. Yep, snow on top of all this, easy enough. And then one day that terrain that you see next to the doghouse will all be completed. That'll all be sorted out and ready to go. But until then, we got to just fill in all this. And then obviously leave the 3 blocks where that little pathway is there, because they're supposed to be left. And then, yeah, that's basically it. So, of course, I think Mason at this point had finished with his tutorial, because he had the grave on the side there, which is rip, I guess. And I think I mark out where the next pathway goes. So it's like 2 blocks away from the frozen factory. You can just build it down like that. That's kind of where it's going to go. And then, of course, put the ice in there like that, because underneath all the ice is like stone in most places. I think there's like a few dirt blocks here and there in some of it, but that is easy enough. So yeah, unless I do anything last minute, that is probably going to be it for the tutorial. Hopefully it's not been too long or painful to do. I know post-commentary is not fun, but Mason's tutorials aren't in post-commentary. This should hopefully be the last one that I do in post-commentary. And also, once again, sorry for like the ending having the task manager, taskbar on the top and the bottom. So yeah, that is it, I believe, unless there's something that I do, as I say. So I think I end up double checking, just making sure that I've got everything in here, because sometimes I just forget things, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I do. So thanks for watching the tutorial, and hopefully I'll see you again for the next one. Goodbye, everybody.